Why your dog or cat might have a good reason to bite the hand that feeds it. Our Hard Target report reveals the unhealthy ingredients that end up in some pet foods.
What's on that truck is what's in the bag.
Fido or Fluffy, his next meal. Those prepackaged pet foods could be doing your best friend more harm than good, all because of some companies' dog-eat-dog philosophy. Ed Miller investigates in tonight's Hard Target report.
Chances are you've never checked the label on the bag of pet food you feed your cat or dog. There could be a secret ingredient inside. A warning, what we're about to show you may offend you or even nauseate you, but we think it's important you know.
It's dinner time for Sparky, Fido, and Fluffy. Pet food companies tell us fill the bowl with the stuff from the pet food aisle, and Fluffy will be getting a stomach full of vitamins and nutrients. But critics say there's a whole lot more that goes into many processed pet foods that may actually be hurting your dog or cat.
Kidney disease is the primary killer of dogs and cats, and very much related to diet and what we're eating.
That's partly because the secret ingredient in many processed pet foods are dead pets themselves. We have evidence of trucks full of dead animals, including roadkill and diseased meat, being carted into rendering plants like this one in Northern California.
What's on that truck is what's in the bag.
While Bill is afraid to show his face, hard copy cameras follow a Los Angeles sanitation truck specifically assigned to pick up anything dead along the side of the road. These trucks also stop at animal shelters to pick up the remains of pets who were put to sleep.
Some people may think that we're cremating them, and we may have been guilty of even leading them to believe that, but only because we were trying to spare their feelings.
Curtis Fontenot says he was told not to let us see his final destination, but hard copy finds it on our own, a rendering plant where everything apparently gets boiled down into fats and meat and bone meal. And sure enough, while we were there, one of Curtis's colleagues pulls in with his daily load.
That's where we deposit all of our dead animals.
Rendering companies charge us for picking up animals, and what happens to those animals after they're taken by the rendering company, we have no say. We do not know what happens after.
Several veterinarians tell us that after the load is ground up and cooked, some of the end product goes into processed pet food. Also going in, leftover fat from fast food restaurants. Critics call it polluted food, with bacteria that may or may not have been cooked away in the rendering process. They also blame this controversial cocktail for causing a high percentage of pet illness.
We found that all the dry foods that were tested are contaminated with a number of bacteria that have the potential to cause disease.
The pet food industry formally denies any wrongdoing, but it is an unregulated industry with lots of misleading ingredients in the can and in the bag.
Many veterinarians say your pet would actually be much better off eating the same thing you do, so you might just want to consider throwing a little something extra in the skillet for him, too.